Hello, what's up, guys? This is TS Football Broadcast. I am not dead. I've just been extremely busy finishing up my college semester. And yeah, the NFL kind of got away from me for a little bit, so I kind of was just doing other things. I'm back now. Feels are probably going to be a little more infrequent because it's this part of the off season. And yeah, I've also given up playing Madden 20. One, because it wasn't getting the views, and two, I just wasn't enjoying it. I was like, this is bad. So anyway, we're going all the way back to Saturday, April 25th, and we're just going to go through the NFL transaction list. I'm going to talk about some of the big stuff that pops out to me, and we'll be caught up. Throwing quotations on that because I'll probably miss something. And I'll probably readdress things from the last day of the draft. Like Trent Williams was pretty much Joe Staley replacement because Joe Staley retired. I think I talked about that one. Also, Marquise Goodwin going for a fifth. The Eagles need help. And then Matt Breida. I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about this, but this is pretty interesting. Matt Breida goes to the Dolphins for a fifth. So let's think about this. Matt Breida is pretty darn good. That backfield they got is pretty darn good. Now, you look at the Dolphins' backfield last year. It was Kalen Ballage and lawn chairs. This year, it's Matt Breida, Jordan Howard, and let's just look this up real quick. Miami Dolphins roster. Just gonna look up their roster. Dolphins roster. I'm gonna make sure I'm not overloading my butt here. This video is also, guys, in case you guys don't know, this video is meant to be kind of off the cuff to an extent. Like, it's not meant to be my most serious video. It's kind of meant to be a, hey, I need to catch up, so I'm going to make it this way. So they went from that to, okay, I was right. Kalen Ballage, so last year was Kalen Ballage on the deck chairs. Now it's Kalen Ballage, Matt Breida, Myles Gaskin, who was a rookie last year, Jordan Howard, and Patrick Laird, and a couple other guys. Let's see, Malcolm Perry, never heard of him. D-Lance Turn doesn't even have a pitcher. So yeah, their backfield last season and this season is a pretty big jump. Going past that, DJ Fluker was cut by the Seattle Seahawks. He was a pretty solid lineman, I thought. I could be mistaken, but I thought he was a pretty solid lineman. Taysom Hill re-signed his 2-year contract, so Taysom Hill could be the quarterback for now. I'll talk about that later. See here. Taking a look, Darrell Williams was signed by the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought he was going to be drafted in like the 3rd or 5th round, you know. Just looking through Sunday. Those were kind of the highlight. Jamal Adams gets his 5th-year option exercise, as does Jonathan Allen. Both make sense. Jonathan Allen's a pretty solid pass rusher, and Jamal Adams is top of his position. Just looking through the moves, guys. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, J.J. Taylor was signed by the Patriots. He's a pretty good running back. I hope I didn't just... Did I screw that up? Hold on. Yeah, he is a running back. Okay, I thought I screwed that up. I was like, wait. I was like, wait, what? Did I really just brain fart that? But no. Obi Mufasa was cut by the Patriots. I thought he was going to be something there in Tampa. He never quite developed. And yeah. The Vikings signed Tyler Higbee, the tight end that was on the Rams last year, I believe. Oh, no, he's a guard. Never mind. Well, there's a tight end on the Rams named Tyler Higbee. Let's see here. A lot of unknowns here. I'm kind of just looking for bigger names, you know, veterans being cut, et cetera, et cetera. Deshaun Watson's 5th-year option was exercised. I'm pretty just looking for Browns guys I recognize and then players that I know the name of, like, from somewhere. So yeah, this is gonna take a minute. David Njoku and Myles Garrett's 5th-year options were exercised. I'm gonna have a few takes on David Njoku real quick. I like him, but he really needs to work on catching. That was my take on David Njoku. Let's see here. Nick Vogel was signed. I believe he's a kicker for the Ravens. He's a kicker for the Ravens now. Nick Vogel, that's kind of interesting. Don't know how it's going to turn out for them, but it happened. And that was just Monday, April 27th. 28th was hopefully a little less crazy. Thaddeus Moss was signed by the Redskins. Hopefully he can replicate some of Randy Moss's success. Steven Montez, the quarterback, I thought he was like about 5th round, 6th round guy. He became an undrafted free agent for the Redskins. Redskins quarterback room is pretty interesting, in my opinion. TJ Watt's 5th-year option is exercised. Derek Barnett's 5th-year option is exercised. I think both are logical, especially TJ Watt. Derek Barnett, maybe not as much, but I can see why they'd want to exercise it. Jameis Winston was signed by the Saints, which I think this is kind of the... I don't know if they're kind of bluffing with Taysom Hill or what, because they've given Taysom Hill a lot of hype, but I'm also like, you guys sign Jameis Winston, you go out and sign Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what they're doing with their quarterbacks. Like, I trust Sean Payton, but I'm also like, what are you doing? Like, Jameis Winston makes sense if he's your primary backup and maybe heir apparent. But you got Taysom Hill, so Jameis Winston, maybe you're trying to hide Taysom Hill? Like, it's not something I entirely get. As with the Kansas City Chiefs cutting Dustin Colquitt, who is one of the best punters in the league with his relation, Dustin. Rashard Higgins re-signed with the Browns. I was really happy about this because I believe I believed him to be our receiver 3 since Ricardo Lewis went down in 2017. That's pretty much I've been like, okay, we need Higgins to be our receiver 3 because Higgins can be a very good receiver 3 because he'll get the opportunities and he'll be good. That didn't make any sense, but I think he's bottom of the line. Rashard Higgins, receiver 3, yes. Yeah. And then DJ Fluker was picked up by the Ravens. And Martin Humphrey's 5th-year options exercise. Damn it, Ravens, you guys can't make good moves all the time. I like both those moves, which is sad because I'm a Browns fan and I don't want the Ravens to succeed. O.J. Howard's 5th-year option was exercised. They're going to have a crazy triple tight end group. That's all I can say for the Buccaneers. Let's see here. Team declines option on Tarkis McKinley for the Falcons. I find that kind of interesting. Reuben Foster's option is also declined. Reuben Foster, that one makes a lot more sense. Jabril Peppers and Evan Ingram's 5th-year options are exercised. I don't know how I feel about with Jabril Peppers still because he was on the Browns and he did have some good moments, but I'm also like, he did help us get Odell. That one, I'm still in wait-and-see mode after one season. I thought I was going to have a better idea, but I'm also like, our safety group really could have used him last year, but yeah. Jermonde Pearson-L was signed by the Vegas Raiders. He is, of course, related to, I forgot his name, the Steelers receiver. He's also in the XFL. He did some good things, mainly name rec. And then Patrick Mahomes, Garon Conley, and Mike Evans' 5th-year options were all exercised. The Mahomes and Mike Williams make sense. Garon Conley, I'm a little bit more on the fence because he hasn't been spectacular. The Bungles cut Andy Dalton. Knew that was coming. Ted Ginn was signed by the Bears. I can't read it, I guess. I'm sorry. But he was signed by the Bears, 34-year-old little speedster guy. Well, I don't think he's little. I think he's like 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". Okay, let's see here. He's 35 at this point. He's 5'11", 180. So he's 35. So I think this is kind of a good move for old guys everywhere because he is an older guy. For the Tennessee Titans, they declined Corey Davis's 5th-year option, but they take Adoree Jackson's. I think the Titans next year are going to be 8-8 or 9-7, one of those two. Solomon Thomas's 5th-year option was declined, and Nick Mullins was re-signed. Nick Mullins, that's a guy I think could start somewhere at some point. Anthony Gordon was signed by the Seahawks. I liked him quite a bit, so I'm hoping he can learn the ways of the Russell Wilson. Leonard Fournette's fifth-year option has declined, as was Garrett Bowles. No surprise there. Fournette maybe a little bit, but Fournette's been banged up, and Garrett Bowles has been very hand-holdy. Charles Harris was traded for a 7th to the Falcons. That was kind of interesting. Let's see, Deion Sims retired. May 2nd, the Falcons immediately declined Charles Harris's fifth-year option. Trubisky's options declined. John Ross's fifth-year option is declined. Jared Davis's fifth-year option was declined. Taco Charlton signed a 1-year deal with the Chiefs. Charles Harris, I don't think he's developed. I think, yeah, that's an option you decline. Mitch Trubisky, same thing. John Ross, same thing, sadly, because I think John Ross is a speedster. Maybe bring him into Cleveland. I would like to see John Ross in Cleveland. That'd be pretty cool. May 3rd, Hassan Reddick's fifth-year option is declined. He's just been a failure. I think to an extent he could be what Isaiah Simmons becomes, which sucks because I'm really high on Isaiah Simmons, but I could totally see that happening where it's like, oh shoot, we don't know what to do with him. Andy Dalton was picked up by the Dallas Cowboys on a 1-year deal to be their new quarterback. I'm just kidding, or am I? Because Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott, in my opinion, are very similar quarterbacks, except I like Dalton's are maybe a sliver more. Like, I think, honestly, like, you take those two quarterbacks first couple of years, I mean, exact same quarterback. Granted, Dalton's been on an awful Bengals team, whereas Dak's been on the Cowboys. I think Dalton could actually flat out beat Dak Prescott, maybe. I'm not going to go as far as say, oh yeah, he'd be him, but I think he has the potential to. Malik Hooker's fifth-year option has declined. Cowboys cut Cooper Rush, who no one has ever heard of. And the Chiefs signed Shea Patterson, a quarterback I was kind of high on coming in. And then, let's see here. Frank Gore, the old man, signs a deal with the New York Jets. I knew that was coming. I knew Frank Gore was going to sign, but I didn't know he was going to the Jets. I did see this before. My opinion's very similar as it's been. Okay, cool. Frank Gore is still a good running back. Yup. Cooper Rush rejoins Jason Garrett in New York Giants. On the New York Giants, okay, yeah, whatever. That's kind of interesting to me. DeShone Kizer was cut by the Raiders. I think this is the end of his career. I thought DeShone Kizer was throwing the fire way too early, and it killed him. Killed any of his potential he could have had. Granted, I think DeShone could have done a better job too. I think just being, 6'4", still, he's only 23 years old, 235. Okay, what the hell's that noise? 6'3", he had so much potential. Like, as a Browns fan, it pains me to see that he failed as much as he did. The Jaguars signed Aaron Lynch to a 1-year deal. My Cleveland Browns signed a bunch of guys, including A.J. Green, who is not a wide receiver. He is a cornerback. A.J. Green to cover A.J. Green, ? That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to be probably doing some research on these guys for my Browns video. Let's see here. Looking for names. Cameron Irving, the former first-round bust, was signed by the Cowboys. Hopefully he can be a little better. I don't want anything bad on Cameron Irving. I just was really disappointed he failed. Let's see here. I'm just looking for more names. Devontae Booker was signed by the Raiders. Maybe a little bit of a revenge game against the Broncos next season. That'd be kind of cool. J.K. Dobbins signed his rookie contract. He's going to be pretty good for the he's going to be good for the Ravens. I couldn't say the name. Mike Glennon signs with the Jags. I don't know how this man's still in the league, but he is. He's in the league for doing absolutely nothing. Some rookies signed their deals, essentially. Brandon Bryant was cut by the Browns. I'll talk about that in my Browns video. But anyway, guys, that's been kind of the catch-up video. I'll probably be making videos a little more frequently than once every 2 weeks. I won't be ghosting as much, hopefully. I'll probably just be making Browns videos from here on out, though, until later. News and Browns, Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tour in the description below. Have a great day, and goodbye.